Well, thank you for having me for this interview. I'm really glad to share my experience in the benefit that we got from cooperating with University of Bonn. Since the beginning of this project, we really got much in terms of capacity building, and the great benefit that we got from this project is capacity building. The universities in Ethiopia growing fast, and with a few years of experiences, we need such international cooperation, collaboration universities in the north. So from this heritage project, we got two of our academic staff engaged in research by getting postdoctoral fellowship scholarship from University of Bonn. So they engage in research, they got these chances, so they build their capacity. Apart from this postdoctoral fellowship scholarship that our academic staff got, we involved like 6 research staffs from our university as research assistants so that they can get experiences from postdoctoral, from fellows from DEF, and from senior researchers. So we employed them to assist as research assistants, and they also get experiences as to how to conduct research and how to engage in projects. So one of the benefits that we got from this project is capacity building. We do teaching, and we do also research, and we also engage in community services. So what we lack in South, particularly in the Global South, is the opportunity to engage in such big projects, having a fund, such big funds. With these funds, they can do their research without any financial limitation. So it just gave us a very good, opportunities for us to engage with these lots of money. So that's one of the benefits that we get in terms of capacity building. So perhaps it doesn't end with the staff. We also teach our students, and we share the knowledge that we get, experience that we get to our students as well. The second benefit in terms of internationalization and visibility. As universities in the Global South, we want our university to be visible to the global north or to the world. Being engaged with, being cooperating with Bonn means making our university more visible, so that we can share our experiences to others. So our engagement with Bonn, particularly in this heritage project, increase our visibility in internationalization, and this will help us to improve our ranks. Perhaps we're publishing with staff from Bonn, from University of Bonn and DEF, so with good profile, and that by itself is a plus for us as the university is growing. So these are the two key benefits that we got from engagement in these heritage projects. In terms of this collaboration, would be much happy if we engage our master students apart from PhD holders, because that is where we lack. And this project only involves postdoctoral fellows. It doesn't really invite early career research, particularly master students, so engaging PhD students. That is where we lack. That is where our gap is. So I would be very much happy if this project also involves master students apart from engaging postdoctoral. And it has also very limited, position, 2 per year. Well, I can say a lot in this regard because this is my first to be in Europe for research leave. I have been to Europe for conferences for 2-3 days. I had never been to Europe, universities in Europe, staying longer time for 2 months. And it was really, for me, something which I really liked it, particularly the environment, the academic environment, being exposed to colloquium, public lecture, meeting, like gender meeting, engagement with scholars here. And it is really a learning environment for me. I really enjoyed it, and perhaps we lack such engagement in the Global South because we really engage in some matters which doesn't really count the academic exercise. So I was really surprised by the way people usually engage here. Every 2 weeks there is a colloquium, every 3 weeks or 2 weeks there is a public lecture where people engage with debate and dialogue. So my engagement in such academic exercise benefited me a lot, and just make me to see myself as an academician where I stand in terms of academician, and also perhaps the diversity of the staff here, quite diverse, and that's what I learned from here, from different corners of the world coming together. And the diversity of the staff as well, the students as well, quite. And I've met students, postdoctoral students, PhD students, and they're from diverse. We usually lack this diversity, particularly in terms of demography, and also the working environment. I mean, the reading, our room. And the entire environment is quite different when I see. So, well, we really enjoyed it. And our engagement with staff, particularly in terms of doing our research, and the reason why we are here is for various purposes, but we had like 2 tight months for writing our article. And we engage with professors here, which are very critical, very helpful, and we learn it from their very criticality as well. And also the networking we built with staff from DEF, from University of Bonn and others. We had an engagement with them, we met them, we discussed with them, we exchanged emails, and that was something that we got from being in University of Bonn there for the last 8 weeks. Well, our project is mainly meant to answer one key critical question, particularly how UNESCO World Heritage Sites like the Konso Mijikenda Kaya Forests, outstanding universal value that makes them to be inscribed by UNESCO, adapt to the local situation in Konso and in Mijikenda. When I say local situation, the needs of the people, their aspiration, their attitude, and these all are there, and the changing needs through time, and how all this adapt to the UNESCO standard. That's what we call it, universal, outstanding universal value, integrity and authenticity. So these needs are changing every time. They want development, and these local dynamics usually need to adapt to the outstanding universal value or to the standard of UNESCO. Now the question is, if the Konso and the Mijikenda doesn't uphold those standards, they would face like being listed as a property in danger. So these 2 things are there. Now they need a local development, they want to have a development in their localities. Their needs are there. On one side, the UNESCO standard doesn't really accommodate most of the things, particularly in terms of development. And the people also want us to conserve their heritage. But there is a pressure coming because there is issue of poverty, issue of livelihood, where they want to feed their children, where they want more infrastructure, but at the same time, some have something having a relation with their heritage. Now, the question that we're going to answer is how we can better reintegrate these local needs with UNESCO standard. It's one of the very critical questions that this project should answer at the end of the project. And so far, we've collected data on main threats and challenges and try to also look from UNESCO standards. We haven't yet reached at like a conclusion or kind of recommendation of what would be done in terms of like balancing these two things. But still there are things that we can talk, but we haven't so far come up with a kind of working solution for the UNESCO, for the local community, and perhaps for the academician. However, this issue of like not like having an imbalance between the needs, the local development, the local dynamics with UNESCO standard is already there. We have identified that. Through our presentation, we identified that there are changes. These changes are quite rapid, mind you, threatening some of the heritage, the properties. But all these changes are because of the local dynamics, the needs that are growing up because of the issue I mentioned, economic crisis like poverty. So I cannot give you like a concrete answer, like a solution that we do this and that. And this is going to be answered at the end of this project, perhaps at the end of this year. But this imbalance is there.